Guys, I know what you're thinking, and it's about time.
The 300 hammer.
I'm sorry, I've been busy. It's breaking, it's breaking.
Man, she is hard.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is James. Hit that like, hit that subscribe so you don't miss out. Anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in today. We have a really interesting one. It is a fairly newcomer to the market. It is a SAMI approved, and it is the 300 hammer. But before we dive too much into the bullet, let's talk about the gun, some of the accessories on the gun, so you guys can understand, and then we'll get into the bullet. Alright guys, what we have here is a Aero Precision build. It is a 300 hammer. And basically we have a Wilson combat barrel up front, and I'm having a lot. This thing rocks. Very little recoil, and it hits stinking hard. But regardless, what we have on top here is a Vortex Spark, and basically what this is a new red dot by Vortex. It does have a solar panel on top, and from what I'm read, it's like basically you have, if you keep this thing on 6 power and with the solar panel, basically you get about 150,000 hours of work out of this thing. So ultimately sets you an alarm every 15 years to replace a battery. You should be good to go. But regardless, I do like this optic. I do like Vortex is what it is. I'm a little bit biased. I do like these lens covers they have. I think they did a really good job having it tethered to the actual optic. But ultimately, instead of, a lot of times when you take these lens covers off of optics, especially this one, this is an old Vortex we have here, you take the lens cover off and then you have to do something with this, but then it gets lost. Now however, this new one here by Vortex, it's tethered to the actual optic, and what that means basically is you take this back piece off, it sticks right here on your battery cover. You take the front one off, it sticks on that one, and then bam, it's there as you're shooting. I shot it today as I was shooting the gun. This thing didn't budge, it didn't come off. I think that's really neat because you don't lose it. A lot of times I end up cleaning up all my gear and somehow the lens covers just kind of go bye-bye, and I don't understand that. But regardless, I think that is a really innovative idea. I do like it. I don't know anybody else that does it. If they do, I'm sorry. Go ahead and comment on below who else does it, but I do like it. Obviously, you can do this thing on different heights. You can mount it lower. I do like it a little bit higher. It's just a little bit more natural when I bring it up to my cheek weld. But regardless, the gun itself is pretty amazing. Now on the front, if you notice that right there on top, basically it is we have a GSL suppressor on top. Now I would actually put it on and show you guys, but we can't really do that on YouTube. But if you look, it has two different size deals here. Basically one of these is smaller than the other. You line those things up, you pull it down, you turn it, and it snaps in place. And it's a really quick, really easy to put on and off, and really easy to clean. I really do like this suppressor. It's a GSL suppressor, guys. Go check them out. I really do like them. I don't get paid to say that. I just, when I like a product, I like to just advertise for people for free. It is what it is. Now, granted, let's talk about the 300 hammer here for just a second. When I first got this gun, I had two types of ammo. I had the 135 grain HBs and 130 grain HCCs. All right, now granted, for the difference, these are your 130 grain and this is your 135 grain. Now the other day when I was at the store, I did see that they had a couple different other grain weights, so I wanted to get those. I shouldn't say grain weights, but they had a couple different types. I wanted to get them both so that I can run a full test on this thing today. Basically, you have 150 grain BTSPs, then you have 150 grain SSTs, these guys right here. Now, ultimately, what I wanted to do is I wanted to see how the gun was going to function with the different grain weights and stuff like that. And as you saw in the intro, the gun actually cycled very, very well. It functioned phenomenally, exactly what I needed it to do. I was a little bit worried because this gun actually used to be a 350 Legend. The 350 Legend just didn't function all the way. I liked the bullet, I liked the round, I liked the energy, but we would get 1 or 2 rounds, and then all of a sudden the thing would just like not feed. And we just had some ultimate issues, and I was not happy with it. And so I got together with my guy at Gun Connection in Taylor, Texas, and we're like, hey, let's change this thing out. Let's take away the 350 Legend, and let's build a 300 Hammer. Guys, if you will see, this right here is a Subsonic 300 Blackout. This one right here is the 150 grain BTSP that I showed you guys where to go. If you know, the show casing is a little bit longer, about a 1/4 inch longer. And ultimately what it is, you get a little more powder in there, a little more speed, and a little more energy downrange. All right, so as far as this bullet goes, it was designed to try to get 308 performance out of an AR-15 platform. Not an AR-10, but an AR-15 platform. They shot over 2,000 feral hogs with this specific round. They shot animals up to 800 pounds, and they felt like the internal performance was much more effective than similar rounds like the Grendel, the 300 Blackout, 6.8 millimeter, 7.62 by 39. They felt like this bullet was much more effective on basically hunting. Now, granted, it is not a long range shooting bullet. Can you shoot out to 200, 300 yards, 400 yards? Possibly. That is something maybe we can put it to the test to see how effective it is at longer range. But regardless, this is a very nice, very effective round. I think it is. I am very happy and very pleased to have it in my possession. I myself plan on shooting some hogs with this thing, maybe even a deer. But regardless, we need to put a scope on this thing and get this thing to group and see how well she does so that we can hunt with it. But I want to get really comfortable with it. I want to see what kind of groups we can get out of it, because if we don't shoot very good groups out of ammo we have, then we need to try to find some other ammo that maybe might be a little bit better out of the gun we have. Those things can be very finicky, guys, so I'm hoping for the best. According to the Wilson Combat page, they are getting sub MOA groups out of their ammo. Granted, again, I don't know what barrel they're using. I don't know all the specifics, so we just need to do some more testing on this gun. But as far as this gun goes, man, she is eating it up. I am very happy with it. But regardless, guys, I do love you guys. Hope you like this info. Hope you find it interesting. Go check it out. 300 Hammer. Man, she does hit hard. I love you guys. See you later.